Hello guys, if you can hear me, let me know. And while you're at it, say hello. Hello everybody. This is the London session. Start of the London session. So let's see if we can get any trades going, yeah? But besides the trades, I'm really not feeling it today, like energy-wise, so might sound a little bit lethargic today, but hopefully as the stream goes on, we will get into the flow of things, and let's do this. No excuses, right? Again, thank you all for tuning in. Always humbled when there are people willing to come on live and just listening to me ramble on, like listening to some guy on the internet ramble on. So yeah, let's not waste any time. I'm just gonna kick things off with a little Bitcoin analysis, and it is, as you can see from the title of the video, was this a scam pump? Are we going down after this? That's what we'll try to figure out today. So first things first, do I think this is a scam pump? First things first, let's take a look at the heat map. I talked about this on Twitter. No, I actually didn't talk about this on Twitter. I talked about this in the private Discord. So for those of you who are not in, right, check it out. And also for those of you who haven't already followed me on Twitter at _theartofcrypto, do so. Like, these updates have been shared long before this stream. So check it out, the heat map, right? In terms of both the VPVR and, just sell walls, you're not getting much resistance. And currently, check it out, right? Once we overcame that resistance right there at 39k, I said we were going to go up. Go watch yesterday's stream if you haven't yet, because I go through a lot of coins and I tell you exactly what's going to happen to Bitcoin. So, like, seriously, even like, seriously, like, to all of you guys who have not watched the streams from the last 3 days, I basically been going live every day for the last 3 days. If you haven't already, right, seriously, watch it. You might have missed the trades that I've given there, but there is so much just gold in there. Like, you're basically getting a glimpse real time as to how I do my analysis and how, I determine if a coin is good or not. Besides that, I answer a lot of your questions. So, seriously, if I haven't already watched those streams, do it. I don't really shill stuff if I don't think it's going to be valuable for you. So watch the stream. Anyways, Bitcoin, is it going to go down from here? If you just take a look at the heat map, you would argue not really, right? So heat map doesn't have much resistance until you reach around 44k, which makes sense. So heat map definitely does not have much resistance. So now we have to figure out if what's present on the chart that might provide resistance. So first thing to understand, like, the reason why I titled this stream, if this was a scam pump and if Bitcoin's going to reverse, is the fact that you have to remember, right, I posted this on Twitter before, Monday is called the false move Mondays. So let me try to figure it out. Let me try to figure out how old that stream was here. So over there, that tweet right there, false move Monday, right? Noticed how Monday, even though the market really wanted to push higher, but on Monday it went lower, right? That's like, to kick things off on Monday, during the New York session of Monday, it actually went lower. While the market truly just wants to go up, right? If you learn to identify what are the false moves and what is the real move that's going to happen, and for that, check out, I talk about this in my videos as well, but if you just want like a full walkthrough, check out the private Discord group. But otherwise, false move Mondays, right? You identify the real direction. I've been telling you guys, real direction is up. So secondly, midweek reversal Wednesdays. This quote, this sentence right here is why I'm titling the stream today as if things might reverse, because today is Wednesday. New York session's about to start in about 4 hours. 4 hours-ish. So, is it going to reverse? So here's the thing. The high of the week, most weeks, tends to come on Wednesday or before Wednesday. So following that theory, you could say that will definitely be getting the high of the week like today. So to those of you who are looking to FOMO, jump in, oh, look, Bitcoin's pumping, it's going to go to the moon. It's time to hop in. No, you dumbass. You're supposed to get in here. You're not supposed to get in here, right? Buy when it's low. If people would just understand that theory, they would do so much better. And yet there are so many people who get disinterested in crypto when it's down, and then right now when it's up, they come back and like, oh, this is a good time to buy. No, you dumbass. That's not how it works. So let's figure out a couple of areas that I believe, like 3 areas. Right? I'll give you guys 3 areas which I think could be a potential, high of the week formation. First one is at 42,400, right? This blue box that I drew here, this is what you call a bearish order block. Now, this is a block that has not been retested for quite a good amount of time, especially considering the fact that this is on the 15-minute. Right, so in 5 days, this is the first time we have filled in this fair value gap right here. Right, that's what you call a fair value gap, right? A VG. So basically, this is an imbalance that the market makers need to fill in. So given that we have not filled in the FVG, given that we have just filled in the FVG into a bearish order block, which is, I would like to just put it simply as an untapped area of liquidity, then this is going to be the first potential resistance. You can already see this playing out where Bitcoin's getting rejected off of this line right here. So that's going to be number 1. Do I think that this is the high of the week? I don't think so, because I don't think that the market makers would bring price up this high without taking out these equal highs over here, right? So notice how you have a swing high over there and a swing high over there. And they are relatively equal right there, right? They're relatively equal. So do I think that this could be the top? Yes. I'm giving you guys 3, potential targets here. I will definitely keep you guys posted on Twitter later, because I need to see how things develop into, like, heading into the New York session as well as during the New York session. So I want to see how things develop then, and then I can give you guys a very clear answer. But for now, I just want to lay out 3 levels, which I think could be a potential high of the week. And yes, I do think that things could reverse, today. Most weeks it does, because here's the thing about market makers, right? For those of you who follow me, and to those of you who watch my videos, you understand that the market makers are not in the business of helping you make money, right? They're in the business of helping them make money. Well, duh, right? But here's the thing that most people don't understand or realize. When it comes to market makers, right, they don't just, oh, I'm going long here, I'm going short there. That's not how it works. For us, it works that way, right? We're either long or we're either short. But for these market makers, they are long and short at the same time. So when they push the price up, right, when they reprice the asset up to a higher price, the shorts that they have opened down here are going to be in a loss. So they have to bring it back down one way or another to mitigate their losses and to reaccumulate their longs. So it's a very fine balancing act for these market makers every day. So that's why you see imbalances tend to get filled. Just now I talked about the fair value gap. That's why they tend to get filled. That's why price is attracted to them, right? And right now you have a fair value gap over, I would say like between 41,200 to about 39,400, right? That's your FVG. Because notice how there's 0 price action over here. So that's your FVG. Do I think you are going to fill it? Yes, eventually. Do I think it's going to happen today? Who knows? It could happen tomorrow, could happen next week, could happen 5 weeks later, but gaps and imbalances always get filled. And if you have learned something from this, please just drop a like on this stream, drop a like on this video, and comment out in the comment section MM. Promise there's going to be a lot more value coming, but doing that is just a really small gesture that supports the video, and I would be immensely grateful. I made money with you yesterday, bro. Thank you. Hey, you're welcome. I'm glad you did. I'm glad I am helping people. Anyways, let me know if the music is good. Can you guys hear the music? Always wondering if it's working. Anyways, says might take. Oh wait, no, yeah, I haven't gotten into the third level for Bitcoin to find a potential rejection. So the first one's going to be 42,400. Clearly, we've already been rejected, but I don't know if we're going to be going higher than this. And if it does, then 42,750 is going to be the second level of rejection. So during the stream a few days ago, I think it was 3 days ago, I laid out this exact setup. Right, I'll draw it. In fact, I'll bring it up on Twitter so that you guys know I'm not making this stuff up. I called it almost exactly. So check it out, right? I talked about BNX on the live stream, and notice how I drew this path, right? Once you've broken above that previous high, you would retrace. So check it out, right? Once you broke above that high, you actually retraced by 12% in like less than a day, and 16% in a day and 12 hours. So what gives? Aren't you, like, we're all trained to believe that, hey, once you break above resistance, that's like a breakout, right? You just broke above resistance. What's up with that? Aren't we supposed to go long? But, you know, I'm actually looking to go short. Think of it this way, right? Think of it this way. That is what retail traders are brought up to believe, including me, right? I was there back in my early days, but that's what we're brought, that's what we're brought up with. The fact that, oh, once you break above resistance, you go long. Once you break below support, you go short. That is the exact opposite thing that you should be doing. There is merit to buying breakouts, don't get me wrong, but not breakouts of resistance or breakouts of support. If anything, you should be shorting breakouts of resistance, and you should be going long on breaks of support. Let me explain. So, when you see quote-unquote resistance, right, most retail traders, including the market makers and institutional traders, but most people would be looking at that level and they're going to be like, oh, hey, that's strong resistance. But, if it breaks, we're going to go long. Market makers know this. So imagine if everybody just goes market long at the top, then these market makers would suddenly have an influx of very willing buyers at high prices. And remember what I said about market makers being in the business of making money and not helping you make money. Let me touch on that, just a little bit. Basically, when you win a trade, the market makers have to pay you out of their own pocket. When you lose a trade, guess who's winning? Guess who's taking your money? That's right, market makers. So if everybody's going long at a break of resistance, that is such an easy way to just grab, just do a quick cash grab, right? Moment they just bring the price up just a tiny bit, let all the winning buyers fill in their positions, and they just dump it. Then you have a lot of trapped buyers up here. They literally cannot do anything. And when you consider the fact that most people don't have any semblance of risk management, where they just go like, oh hey, AOC said to buy Luna, let's go long on Luna 100%, let's go. When you consider that most people have that train of thought without any semblance of risk management, and the fact that most people tend to go on 5x, 10x, or even 20x leverage, I'm not sure if BNX has leverage. I'm pretty sure it's on margin, but definitely not leverage. I mean, like futures. So when you consider those factors added up together, then that's just an easy recipe for making a lot of money really quickly. You bring the price down by 20%, everyone's going to get liquidated. That's free money. I would take it. So that's why that's a straight up masterclass into my trading strategy. So if you're in the stream and if you feel like you've learned something, seriously, drop a like on this video. It really helps me a lot, and it tells me that I should be making more videos like this. Anyways, once price breaks above that previous high, let me just go back to the 15 minutes so that I can show you. Once price breaks above that high right there, look for something like this to happen, right? perch your liquidity, make everyone think that, oh, look at that, resistance has been overcome, and you trap all the buyers and you reverse it, right? So that's going to be the high of the week idea number 2, right there. And thirdly, it's going to be at these 2 POCs right here. So POC is basically, it's an abbreviation of point of control. What you need to understand about POCs is these are the areas where during that session, in this case during that day, had the highest, actually, I'm on the 15-minute right now, so I think this is actually just one session. No, that was a day, yeah, 24 hours. So during that day, most of the trading volume occurred at these yellow lines right there. That means that if the price were to go back to these areas right here, you would have the largest amount of buyers / sellers who are willing to defend their position. This is how I utilize POCs to find levels of support and resistance that is otherwise invisible to the naked eye. Check this out. You wouldn't see this. You would just think, like if I put the BPSV off, you would just think, oh hey, look, that's a block of supply right there. But exactly which point of this block of supply the price is going to get rejected at, you have no idea, right? It could be either one of those 4 lines. So by turning on session volume, you get a very clear picture. Price is likely going to get rejected at 43,400. So about here, right? So then what you do is maybe you start building a short here at the start of the block right there, block of supply, and then you put your stop loss above the POC, because if you follow the theory of POCs, it means that there are going to be very large players who are going to defend their positions when it comes here. If they're shorting, they're going to add shorts. If they are going long, well, I don't know what will happen then, they will probably sell them. So there's just going to be an influx of resistance here. So if you follow that theory, then you could put your stop above the POC or above the other POC, which wouldn't really hurt because, you know, it's just 3% at the end of the day. And your target is going to be back at the original point where it started, at the FVG, right? To fill in the FVG, fair value gap. So that's around there. So hopefully this gives you an understanding into how to use POCs. I'm pretty sure members of the private Discord group are here watching as well. I never really talked about POCs before in the private group, I think. So to you guys, this is how I use POCs basically. This was supposed to be part of the trading course, but hey, to everyone watching, you know, the last 4 streams today is basically just a little bit of a taste of what you get when you join the private Discord group. So I'm not trying to shill it or anything, but you know, check it out. I think it could be of value to you guys. The link will be in the description box below. But that is just that will be like my third area where we could find a high of the week, which is at 43,000 to give or take 43,400. You place your stop above that previous high right there. Right. I don't want to place it above this high because it could be a chance where it gets because you can argue that you could argue that that POC right there, that one right there, has been filled. You know what I mean? So some people say that, what's that? By definition, market makers are the people / bots who supply liquidity to the markets. To do that, they always place limit orders. Otherwise, they are not market makers. Yeah. If they use market orders, they are takers, not makers. So how do they move the market with limit orders? I didn't I didn't say that the market makers were the ones placing the market orders. I'm saying retail traders are the ones placing the market orders once it breaks above quote unquote resistance, because they were the ones who FOMO, right? Market makers don't FOMO. Is this market maker domination phenomenon a relatively new thing? Didn't seem to be the case before. It's always been, I mean, it's especially with Bitcoin and Ethereum, where all crypto in general, like, because it's so unregulated and because there's such low volumes compared to the legacy markets, everything is, a lot of things are down to the market makers. Trust me. Like, once you start learning the market maker theories, you just apply it to Bitcoin and voila. So yes, it will pay to understand these concepts. Anyways, I think that sort of covers, oh wait, no. Does that cover my analysis for today on Bitcoin? So yeah, 3 potential levels where a high can be formed, and then Thursday and Friday, it's probably just going to start going down a little bit. Of course, I'll keep you guys posted on that. Again, this concept that I talked about, false move Mondays, midway reversal Wednesdays, and FU Fridays, is just a generalized sort of statement. And in general, most weeks tend to follow this kind of pattern. So is that going to happen? I don't know yet, but the odds are it will. And more importantly, I'm going to, whoops. Sorry for that sneeze. Anyways, what I was trying to say was, if it happens, it actually does add up on the higher time frame, because if we take a look at the 4 hourly, you can see that we have a bullish order block right there. Oh man, drinking kombucha. It's a little bit gassy. Yeah, so you have a bullish order block over there, just like how on the 15-minute you have a bearish order block over there. That's a bullish order block. So at about 39,600-ish, that's going to be your bullish order block. And it would make total sense for Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday to bring the price somewhat back down to earth, so that the market makers can really build on the true, like, big long positions. And 4D record, I have been talking about since last week that this is going to be the zone where you get into Bitcoin. Folks in the, people who follow me would have known I talked about this. So seriously, if you were buying down here, congratulations. I mentioned back then that, yeah, I didn't post that on Twitter, so I can't bring up the proof. But I mentioned back then that during this move down is when we will get into swing positions. This is going to be the ideal zone to get into swing positions. So if people, if you guys got into swing positions following the advice, you'd be up quite a bit right now. So congratulations. And the next zone is going to be, if price returns back to this block right here, that's going to be your second opportunity to get into swing positions if you missed the first one. I have a feeling that after this block has been filled, you're probably not going to get much of a chance anymore. And I'm pretty sure that Bitcoin's going to make a straight move back up to 50k, like 49k. So if you want an opportunity to get into swing positions, that's the place right there. If you want to follow along exactly with what swing positions I'm taking, Private Greek's going to be the place to be. But that's the zone right there. So it wouldn't be impossible to say high of the week forms today, next couple days you go down, before next week you take off again. Because remember, right now, if you zoom out again, you can see, let me just remove a couple things. Let's go back onto the daily, and you can see that level 1, level 2, level 3, level 2, level 3. That is a typical level 3 formation right there. And Seriously, I talk about this a lot. After level 3, guess where it goes? It goes back up. So, are we going to see a new all-time high? Yes. Potentially, something like this. You know? But are we going to see a new Bitcoin all-time high? Absolutely. I'll probably come back to this video like 12 months later, and you guys will have heard it here first. Of course, this is just following this concept. Things can change, and that is why I make videos, to update you guys on what's going to happen. Of course, it's not going to be as clean as what I just threw out. For all we know, it's going to be 2023 before some new Bitcoin all-time high gets made. Like, it would definitely, like, we could just chop around in this range, this macro range between 69,000 and 30,000. We could just chop around here for a while more, you know, chop around, you know, maybe something like that before 2023, 2024, you make a new all-time high, something like that. So a lot of things can change, but I will be with you guys throughout that whole process. So that's the higher time frame. That's how everything is adding up on the higher time frame. Lower time frame, this is what you want to expect. And of course, before you get caught up and be too bearish, again, understand that it is a general statement, and it happens most weeks, but it might not happen this week. And more importantly, understand that the key level that the market is trying to reach for is 45,500. That is where the market is reaching for. If you bring up the footprints, I'm pretty sure this is an unfinished auction. There, right there. That's an unfinished auction at the high. If you zoom in on the 1 hourly, you can probably see this a little bit clearer. That's an unfinished auction right there. So price will be attracted to this wick right there. So keep that in mind. That is the key level that price is reaching for. So could we see that this week? I don't think so, but if it happens, you know, it happens. Either way, you're going to want to short the break above this level so you can take advantage of some sort of retracement. That's what you're going to want to do. You're definitely not going to want to long here thinking it's going to go back to 50k. No. If it happens, it will probably be very close to the weekends when this happens, which means the weekends are terrible days for trading, right? Because it fools a lot of people into thinking, oh hey, today is a good, like, I'm not working today. I finally have a day that I'm free. So hey, you know, let's trade. That is the last thing you should be doing on a weekend. You're supposed to be learning, you're supposed to be working on backtesting, you're supposed to be working on a strategy, basically. Like, during the weekends, right, most of these market makers, they're off work. The only things that are present during the weekend are retail traders and algorithms, right, bots. And they are programmed to keep the price in a very tight range. And I'm not going to talk about how to read that range, because that's a video that I made in the private Discord group. But if you want to figure out like exactly what happens during the weekends, why does price stay there, and what happens coming out of the weekends, you know where to go. But anyways, during the weekends, right, not a good day to be trading, and those that do will probably get caught up in a range, and they are not going to be finding it fun. So in the weekends, a lot of BS tends to happen, and if you try to go long during the weekends, this is exactly what's going to happen to you. So just watch that, right? Just watch that. So I think that concludes all my my little analysis for Bitcoin as to what I think is going to happen. Before I dive into updating the trades that I gave yesterday, please comment down in the comment section, if you feel like you've learned something, or that you feel like this live stream has been valuable. Really, really helps me out a lot. So that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Not sure what's the best place to buy crypto. Any help, guys? You have various exchanges, dude. Like, go ask Google. Don't come onto this stream and ask that. If you don't even know where to buy crypto, like, you shouldn't be watching the stream. I'm just gonna be honest here. This is not for the total beginner. This is for, you know, I like to, when people ask me why I don't make beginner, like true beginner content, that's a reason for that. I'm not trying to help everybody. You know that saying, you know, if you try to help everybody, you help nobody. Like, in particular, I'm trying to help people who are, you know, intermediate, right? Somewhat along this journey already, but they find that they are at a plateau, right? They are against the wall and they can't really get through that wall. Like, they know just enough to know maybe what they're talking about, but, you know, they're finding it's not working, you know? That's where I step in. I'm not trying to help everybody, that's for sure. So let's just update a little bit about the trades that happened yesterday. Luna, absolutely beautiful. I would take some profit off here, right? Just following that theory that I talked about just now about liquidity purging. You have just cleared out the liquidity above this high, so I would definitely take some profit here. And if it goes lower, I'm going to rebuy. Currently, this blue block over here is going to be your zone to get into Luna, right? Right there. That's going to be the zone that will give you an alternative entry into Luna. So take some profit here, not totally, not completely. If you want to, go for it. But if you come back to that block, that's going to be another entry. But following that, I do think that Luna is absolutely going to shoot for a new all-time high, right? This setup right here, this pattern, it does not get more beautiful than this one. Seriously. You have a rounded bottom, you have a falling wedge into a key level of support, and then you break out. Like, that is bread, like that is my bread and butter right there. So if you see this kind of a setup next time, right, falling wedge into a key level of support, in this case a 4-hourly bullish order block, that is beautiful, just beautiful. So yeah, that's the update on Luna. Of course, definitely keep you guys posted on Twitter if I find that I don't have time to, you know, start a stream. But that's the update for Luna. Let's check out Avax, similar story. This one, you know, ideally I would take some profit off at 81.5, but assuming that Bitcoin's going to go down today, it wouldn't hurt to take some profit, yeah, and then refocus your efforts into that block right there. And that's the update for Avax. I'm probably going to post this, like the first 20 to 30 minutes of this stream onto the trading course, because honestly there's like so much value that's been shared during the first 30 minutes. If you guys are a fan and you feel like you've learned something, seriously, drop a like button. This is not stuff that you would otherwise get, you know, just for free, just lying around on YouTube. And share this video to other people, seriously. Like, if it's helped you, it's going to help other people as well. So that's Luna and Avax done. Let's take a look at XLM. Stellar, beautiful. TP1 hit. I'll close some of the trade here, and hopefully, I wouldn't actually look for a re-entry, but if you wanted to, that's the blue block right there. Just updating the folks in the private Discord group as I am going through this. SRM TP1 hit as well. So that blue block right there. Actually, let's take a look at the heat map and see if we have any logical levels to be going long at. So I'm just going to bring up just the key level. Whoa, okay. So definitely has to be at about 75% to bring up the key levels. So, okay, somewhere about there. And if we take a look at the 4 hourly, is there support there? Let me just turn on HD to see if I can figure something out. Okay, not really. Let's go into the 1 hourly, see if we can figure something out. No, currently you don't really have much support going on there. You do have resistance at 1.988 though. Not much resistance otherwise until that point. But not much support either coming down back to here. So definitely won't set a limit order there. But currently, you know, not much resistance up top. I'm going to share this chart to the folks in the private Discord group. Just in case, I'm going to set an alert. And again, I know I talk about this in every single live stream, but if you do not use alerts, you should be. Alerts are your best friend. Allows you to keep up with what's happening on the in the markets without you needing to get involved, right? A lot of times you tend to miss moves. Without alerts, I cannot do what I do. So please set alerts. Alerts are your best friend. If you need $30 off your TradingView subscription, check out the link in the description box below. Let's check out sand. So where are the key levels? The key levels are... Do we got anything there? Nope, not really. Yeah, not really. At least nothing worth of, like, nothing of interest. So yeah, sand, we're not using the, definitely not using that, but I will set an alert there for sure. In case we return back to that area. And there was one other trade that I caught yesterday, XLM, SRM, Sand, Avax, no, not Avax, Luna. What else did I call yesterday? Let's check out the Twitter. Remember to follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. I promise there is a lot of value here. Algo, right, Algo. Oh right, I was in that position. I can't believe I forgot about it. So Algo, Algo has not yet hit ATP, but you have cleared this previous high right there. You could consider closing some here. It's actually been underperforming compared to Luna and the rest of the coins like Avax. But, you know, not all coins can be like Luna and Avax, so might be a little bit high of an expectation to put on Algo to perform like them. But currently there's no update. I'll just close some here and I probably won't look for a re-entry on this one. Just on the basis that it's, you know, performing not as good as the other coins. Right, let's find a little bit of time to do a few coins from you guys, and then I'm gonna get bouncing. So let me show me some coins, guys. Show me some coins that are good. that are like really good. Don't show me a shitcoin. If you show me a shitcoin, nah. If you think a coin is looking good, I'll look through them. Probably look through like 3 to 5 of them before I get bouncing. But update on HTR. I'm still in HTR, if you're wondering. Wow, okay, yeah, is this a sight to behold? I love it. I got into HTR at 0.46. I haven't exited yet, and for good reason. I think HTR is going to be one of the top performers heading into the rest of this month, maybe next month. So for those of you who are still in HTR, that's the current situation. I have not gotten out of it yet. Let me see if I can bring up a heat map. Nope. So yeah, I think it's looking good. I'm still in debt. So you asked about WRX. So let's take a look at WRX. I would let me see if I can bring up a heat map to see. Nope. WRX could be good. Could be good. This thing is really volatile. When it pops, it tends to pop. So if I were to look for a re-entry, I would look for it at that block right there. In fact, I'm going to set an alert because I like to take advantage of these scam pumps that these coins are capable of. Can I find a heat map tool somewhere? I'll actually post it in Discord later. And along with like a referral link or whatever, so you guys can get a discount. But this is full disclosure, this is not the heat map tool that I prefer. The one that I prefer is currently not on Mac yet. I do have a Windows machine, but I'm not, like, to stream I have to use my MacBook Pro. So once that software is available on Mac and I start using it back again, I will give you guys an update on like that heat map tool. But until that point, yeah, and don't worry, I'm gonna make a video about how to use it properly. To be honest, even I don't really know how to use heat maps properly yet. I'm still getting the hang of it, but I am determined to get the hang of it. So somebody asked me to take a look at mana. Let's take a look at mana. Whoa! Yeah, beautiful. So same setup. If you take a look, you have 4-hour demand zones over there, and look how beautifully it filled in. Look how beautiful that is. Wow. Mentioned this on a private group, I think. Absolutely beautiful, right? That's a bullish order block. Even though it might look really weird and really sketchy, but that is still a bullish order block. Check out where price comes back to, exactly at the bullish order block. This is why I preach what I preach. The moment you understand these market maker concepts, that's when it really takes off for you. So same thing, right? You look at all these coins, falling wedge, broke out, you have bullish order blocks there. That's going to be an area where you could be interested in. So yeah, I would take some profit here though, just in case, because it's Wednesday. You never know what can happen on Wednesday. Somebody asked me to do Wax P. Okay, this one is a little bit different because you don't really have a very clear, well-defined bullish order block. So for this, we'll have to go into lower time frame to figure out. This one probably not at the bullish order block, but I will look at that POC over there at 0.27. 0.27 to be interested. Let me see if I can bring up. Nope, there is no heat map on this as well. That's where I'd be interested in. I've set an alert already, so I will notify you guys in the private group if I see anything. BTCST. What the hell is BTCST? Bitcoin what? Standard? I would be interested there. So you have equal lows over there. Once you purge the lows, you're going to fill in this bullish order block there, and that's where you'll bounce. So that's where I will set my entry. Something like that. I've set an alert already, but that's the block to watch. I'm going to share this to the private Discord group. Okay, let's go through a few more coins. Aave. Let's take a look at Aave. DeFi is on. DeFi as a whole is still underperforming, but does anybody remember what I said in a stream that I did 2 days ago about DeFi perp being at support, and if you wanted to go into DeFi, that's where you go in. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. Right, seriously, if you haven't already, like, if you feel like this live stream has a lot of value, watch the 3 previous live streams that I did in the last 3 days. You will learn so much. Aave, nothing much of interest at the moment. Rather than looking at Aave, I'd look at DeFi perp. But Aave is just, classic DeFi, which is honestly just not looking pretty right now. It could start to look pretty, but not right now. Somebody asked me to do quick. Nothing of interest in here. I'd set an alert there. Because you did break market structure already, so in the event that you go back to that block over there, that's going to be a point of interest. So something like that, potentially. I'll set an alert, or I'll set a couple of alerts, and we'll see how it goes. By the way, to all of you guys watching the stream, just feel free to mark down these levels that I'm giving you guys. Like, feel absolutely free to just mark it down. Like, there is no other stream that you're gonna get these many just free analysis just handed out to you. VRA, I actually called this at the blue block. Sadly, it got stopped out though, but I still think VRA has the potential to be a very good high performer over the next few months actually, because check it out, right? Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 2, level 3, you're back at level 3. So if anything, it should be the start of another markup phase. Either that or some kind of a rounded bottom formation, which is still a markup phase. So very interested in VRA. I will keep you guys posted in the private Discord group. This is one of my top coins heading into the next 6 to 12 months. So definitely pay attention to this one. I will set a few alerts and I will get back to this one in the private group. So if you guys are not in the private group yet, check it out, check it out. I promise there is a lot of value in there. Man, you guys are not really giving me any mercy, are you? You're just throwing coins here and there. My brain's getting a bit fried now. Atom. Let's take a look at the daily. So that's your range low. That's your range low. That's your range high. That's a key level. You could argue that's a falling wedge. Yeah, I would get in during this block right, probably that block over there. That would be a point of interest for me. I'm going to set an alert on there to see if there is a potential entry. I will also set an alert over here so that in case you purge these highs, you can go for a retest, something like that. But I will set an alert for now. I will keep you guys updated in the private Discord group. Either that or on Twitter. Is it worth it to join the group now, or like you mentioned, after the 3rd month? So here's the thing, the training course isn't actually done yet, so it's probably going to take another couple months. But I think I'll start releasing the first few modules, either the end of this month or the beginning of next month. But for it to be fully completed, I would expect some time around May or June. But I'll be releasing modules here and there. So, it depends, if you just want to come in for... There's already quite a bit of knowledge in there, it's just not very well structured. If it's worth it for you, you probably try it out for a month. Monthly subscriptions are open right now, so give it a try, you know what I mean? But of course, if you want to get the most of your money's worth, definitely wait till outside. And, I've actually been thinking about restructuring the business, restructuring the group. I'm probably going to stop accepting new members at the end of this year, most likely, especially after the training course is done. I'm definitely going to stop, probably going to stop accepting members into, this kind of a, this kind of a group. I'll probably just only sell like the training course, and I will have much more time to dedicate to YouTube. Of course, the current subscribers definitely don't have to worry. You'll be upgraded to whatever package that, whatever platform that I decide to give updates next. And most of you are going to get a free upgrade, maybe a lifetime upgrade, I don't know. But as for new members, yeah, probably not. Instead of what I'm gonna do, just a little bit of a rant, just a little bit of sharing my thoughts. But let me just share this idea with the folks. Okay, so let's take a look at a couple more. Somebody mentioned Rose. 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 That is a beautiful retest, by the way, of that trend line. I mentioned that Rose was going to get rejected here. Congrats to anybody who took the trade. Although it wasn't, I don't think it was an official call though. Like cup and handle. And do a nice, beautiful setup. Yeah, I don't really. Oh, it's on the heat maps. Surprisingly, let's take a look then. Not really much. Not really much of a point of interest until about 0.2 though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know about this one. I would say there are better coins out there, but I'm just gonna set an alert, otherwise, just in case. So that block right there. I'm just gonna set an alert just in case. Mina, not really that interesting compared to the rest of the coins. Filecoin, probably not as interesting as the rest of the coins, but I'm going to set an alert not as interesting as the rest of the coins. Although I've heard some really smart people talk about Filecoin being potentially very good over the next few months, so I'm just going to set a couple of alerts regardless, and I'll have a look at the heat map to see if there is anything of interest. So yeah, okay, yeah, I'll be interested in Filecoin. I'll keep you guys posted. I've set a couple of alerts. FTM, you're just doing FTM things. That block right there is going to be the point of interest. Right there. Have set an alert. Same thing, it's the same. Most of these charts just look exactly the same, you just pumped, you have a good bullish order block on the 4 hourly. Nothing much really to talk about, but I will set an alert. Filecoin is going to come through. Yeah, I have a feeling about that as well, because some of the smartest people I know in the industry are talking about that. So maybe you want to pay attention to Filecoin. I will definitely pay attention to Filecoin now that it's been brought up. So I'll keep you guys posted. Injective protocol, yeah, this one is the king of all the scam pumps, so I'm definitely going to look to get involved in this one. Let me take a look. You just have a very clean range, right, between these two white lines. If you draw a fib, swing low, swing high. It's currently trying to find support at a 0.705, but yeah, not interesting yet, but could be. Could be. Okay. Link. Let's say other coins might look better, but I'll just set an alert just in case. Okay, will I be giving updates on Twitter after this? Maybe. Probably. Fun fact, I actually get really exhausted after live streams, so I'm just gonna go take a break after this. Polkadot, here, Polkadot looks a lot better than Chainlink. I'll set 2 alerts for this one. Yeah, I'll set 2 alerts for this one. If you're in Polkadot though, I would take some profit off here because you just filled in a fair value gap and it's right at resistance right now. So today has been quite a intense live stream. If you seriously, if you appreciate what you just saw, drop a like and comment down in the comment section okay? Again, small gesture helps out a lot. Today, and remember, remember. I'll keep you guys posted on Twitter after this, but that's all the time I have for today. Again, thank you so much for taking the time to come watch a random internet guy talk about coins. Truly appreciate it. I hope I've given you guys some kind of value. And, for now, may the gains be with you, my friend. And trade safe, AUC fam.